Hi. Okay, so today we are going to focus on the listening paper. Okay, so let's look at the listening paper. This is teacher own made resources. Teacher did a sample listening paper. So let's look through it. So let's look at part 1 first. We will focus on part 1. Okay, so let's look at part 1. So part 1 is questions 1 to 7. So we read this first, okay? We always need to read this and then we need to take notes. So you will hear people talking in 7 different situations. So can you see here? This is like 7 different situations. So take note of this, okay? So in your exam, then when you see, you just underline this. Okay, then we continue. For questions 1 to 7, choose the correct answer. Answer all the questions. You will hear each recording twice. First round, teacher advise you to answer. And then the second round, you can check your answers. If you want to answer after you listen the first round, you scribble notes. And then after that, the second round, you want to circle your answer. So it's okay. But I just advise like first round, you answer. Second round, you check. Okay. So let's scroll down. Before we look at the sample question, so at least we can see some notes that teacher have made here. So part 1 notes, this part here, you see, this is part 1 notes. Okay, so the tip here is QKLA. So let me explain what is QKLA. So first is Q means question. So you read the questions, okay, first. Then you underline the keywords in the questions, okay. So what is keywords? Keywords are words that will help you to find the answer and, sorry about that. Okay, keywords are words that will help you to find the answer and you will hear these words in the audio. So it will be faster for you to answer this session as well as check it. So while listening, you use the keywords, these keywords. Okay, you underline in the questions to find the A. Okay, what is A? A refers to answers. Okay, let's scroll down. Now let's look at the sample questions. Okay, for example, question 1. Let's look at the keywords. Okay, Sebastian loves movies which are. So the keyword here is definitely loves movies. So you underline loves movies. Okay, and then after that, when did Raju realize he could turn his hobby into a full-time job? So the keyword here is realize. Okay, and then turn his hobby into a full-time job. So these are the keywords for question number 2. Okay, let's go here. Let's see for question number 3. Razali loves sports. So the keyword here is love sports because they want to know the reason. This one they want to know when. Okay. So these are the keywords. This one they want to know which movie. So you can underline which because it's also another keyword. Okay, let's look at question 4. What does the teacher say to the student? So what they want to know? They want to know teacher say what? So what? That's also a keyword. Teacher say what? Okay. Question number 5. According to the report, people should. So what is the keyword here? Report. That's a keyword. And people. This is also a keyword. So report and what people should do. So that is the keyword for number 5. Number 6. What does Azlina say about the restaurant? So they want to know about Azlina. And they want to know what she said about the restaurant. That's all. Okay, the keyword is say about the restaurant. Azlina say. And then let's look at question number 7. They want to know the key information of Suresh's opinion. So these are the keywords, opinion, key information for question number 7. So when you listen to the audio, they will say that, okay, now it's question number 1, then question number 2, then question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, question number 6, question number 7. So the best way for you is just follow according to the audio. So if the audio says question number 1, focus on question number 1. Then if the audio says question number 2, focus only in question number 2. Just gradually follow according to the audio. Okay. These are more sample questions here. For example, more sample questions like why does Rahul love sports? Sebastian probably is so these are more sample questions. So one thing teacher want to remind here is that please do follow the audio. Okay, if the audio says question 1, focus only in question 1. Wait until the audio moves to question 2, then you move to question 2. But for the keywords, you better start earlier before the audio starts because you'll be given time to read the question. So when you read the questions, you immediately underline the keywords. Okay, if in case you want to listen or while you're listening, you want to scribble down notes next to the questions also can. No problem. Okay, so I hope you understand for part 1. Okay, now let's move on to part 2. Okay, part 2 also same. You will hear the recording twice. Okay, first round, teacher recommend you to answer. Second round, teacher recommend you to check. Okay, for part 2, there will be only one speaker. Okay, so you see, this is the first step that you need to do. Read the statement. This is the entire statement. Okay, and underline the lead in the statement to know what is the audio all about. Okay, so you have to read. So who is the speaker here? The speaker here is Paul. So underline Paul. What is he going to speak about? On anger and some tips on anger management. So the entire audio is going to be about anger and some tips on anger management. So this is supposed to be your first step because you need to know what is the audio all about. Okay, then only next you move to the second step, which is QKLA. You read the questions and then you also find the keywords in the options. Okay, for this question, keywords are not only available on the question but also in the options. So let's look at question number 8. What is the most vital aspect? So they want to know most vital. Okay, underline keyword. To anger. Okay. So they want to know what is the most vital aspect to anger. So can you see anything? There, failure. This is another keyword. You see, there are keywords in the options as well. That's why I say underline the keywords in the questions plus the options. Okay. Management. Yoga. So these are the keywords. Okay, next, let's look. Tips. So question number 9, it wants to know about tips. Tips that want to share. Okay, so this one. So what tips? Dealing. Okay, so this dealing is one tip. And then okay, again comes management. Okay, and then here comes with dealing calmness. Okay, this is also another keyword. So when we listen to the audio, we find out what tips, what is he trying to share. Okay, and then let's look at question number 4. Weakness. They want to know about weakness. Okay, whose weakness? Paul's weakness. When he is angry. So this is another keyword. Okay, so let's look here. He lost. Okay, lost. They're talking about marriage. So I think the keyword here is marriage. Okay, and then explode. That's another keyword. Okay, throw words. This is also another keyword. So when we listen to the audio, we need to see any of these keywords. What keyword does appear that talks about his weakness? That is the answer. Okay, let's look at question number 11. Hates anger. And what he wants to know? Why? So why is a very, very important keyword. They want to know why, the reason. So why he lost a marriage. They're talking about marriage. Again here marriage. The difference here is what? Okay, like here they are talking about marriage. But the difference here is the number of years. Okay, so they are basically number of years. So they're testing or they want to know that you can identify the correct number of years or not of his marriage, because everything is about marriage life. Okay, so the key here that's different here is years. So maybe they are going to, test you about years. Is it 22 years or 20 years? So when we listen to the audio, we will know. Okay, and then let's look at question number 12. Okay, they want to know about the key component dealing with anger. So they just want to know what's the key component. So either it can be calmness. So you can underline all these. All these are the keywords that while you are listening, you can use these keywords to find your answer. Okay. So what loves yoga. Okay. So let's look at why Paul loves yoga. Okay, you put an S here, sorry. Loves yoga. Okay, so why he loves yoga? Basically, why he loves yoga. Benefited him. So the keyword here is benefited. Okay. Same thing. He loves yoga. No. They're repeating the same thing. Okay, let's look at here. Patience. Okay, there you go. Patience and calmness. So it talks about patience and calmness. So we have to, while you're listening to the audio, you try to use these keywords. Loves yoga. You hear the word loves yoga, then listen. Keep on continuing listening. Maybe it benefited him, or patience and calmness, and taught him. Okay, taught him. So these are the keywords. Because keywords, as I mentioned earlier, if you look at here, are words that will help you to find the answer. You will hear in the audio as well. Okay, so that is keywords. Okay, let's look at 14. Calmness. So this question is calmness. And what? Important because. So basically they want to know why calmness is important. Exploding. That's a keyword. Patience. That's a keyword. Manage anger. This is a keyword. Okay. And then Paul belief. What is Paul's belief in life? They want to know about belief. So avoid anger, keyword. Stop getting angry, keyword. Okay. Calm in life, calm. So when you're listening, you find this. When you listen to the word belief in the audio, then you try to see which is the answer. Avoid anger, or stop getting angry, or calm. Okay, so use these keywords. Like what they say, while listening, use the keywords you underline to find the answer. So this is part 2. With anger and some tips on anger management. Okay, now let's move on to part 3. So part 3 also same. You will hear the recording twice. First round, teacher recommend you to answer. Second round, check. Okay, let's look at question 16 to 20. Always please read this entire instruction session. It's very, very important. So you will hear 5 short extracts. So you take note, it's 5 short extracts. And then we need to read the statement to underline the lead in the statement so that you know what the audio is all about. So people are talking about what? Value of food supplement. So the audio you're going to listen is all going to be about value of food supplements. This is the first step that you need to do. And then after that, you look at the question. For question 16 to 20, choose from the list what each speaker says. So you need to see the statements here and then identify which speakers said the given statement. Okay, and then just write the alphabet A to G over here. Okay, let's look at the notes here. Teacher have written here clearly the notes. Is SKLA. Okay, first read all the statements. Okay, so when you're given time, please read all the statements and then underline the keywords in all the statements. Okay, as I said before, keywords are words that can help you to find the answer. You will or shall also listen in the audio. the word. Okay, so number 3, while listening, use the keywords to find the answer. 4A means answer. Okay, let's look at here. Overdose can be harmful for our health. Okay, let's take it here. No, okay, this is it. Okay, so it talks about overdose. So just underline overdose. Okay, are taken to supplement daily diet. So this talks about daily diet. So underline daily diet. Okay, what other keywords can you find in the statement? Manufacture is a keyword. Okay, so that means there will be a speaker who will talk about manufacture, who will talk about ingredients, and then who will talk also about labor. Who knows? These are all the keywords. Health issues, keywords. You know, maybe there will be a speaker who will talk about health issues and consultation. So these are all the keywords. See, children, keywords. Keyword, talks about children or food supplements for children. That's the keyword. Nutrition. Sorry, nutrients. Sorry, it's not nutrition, it's nutrients. So, okay. So the keyword is nutrients. Here, suitable for all age group. So these are the keywords. So when you listen to the audio, use these keywords, you know, to find the answers. So the audio will be like, okay, speaker 1, and then after that speaker 2, and then speaker 3, and then speaker 4, and then speaker 5, and then they will repeat again. Okay, speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, speaker 4, speaker 5. So it's better you follow the audio. That means if the audio is talking about speaker 1, you just focus on speaker 1. And then when speaker 2 comes in, you focus on speaker 2. Okay, do not rush through the audio. Follow gradually the audio. So it will be very helpful, and using these keywords, okay, these keywords that you have underlined here in the statements can also be helpful for you to identify the respected speaker. Who says what? Okay, that is for part 3. Okay, and here teacher have also added in that it can be a synonyms too. Okay, maybe the speaker speaks or says a synonym of the keyword that you have underlined, then it could be the chosen answer matching that particular speaker. So it can be a synonym too. Okay. Now we move on to the last part of the speaking paper. Okay, so this is questions 21 to 30. So this is structure questions. Okay, as I said before, please always read the instruction that is given to you here. So you will hear an interview with Jeremy talking about his experience of having a pet. So the statement here, okay, what's the audio going to be all about? It's going to be about an interview. Okay, so normally interview means involves 2 speakers. Okay, and what are they going to talk about? Experience of having a pet. Okay, so you know already what is the audio going to be all about. Okay, so normally in part 4, it will involve 2 speakers casually speaking or like an casual interviewer. Okay, so you have covered the first part. Now let's look at the question. So for questions 21 to 30, fill in the missing information in each numbered space. So use no more than 1 word. Okay. So these words you have to take from the audio, not write your own word or not write a synonym. You just write the words that you listen from the audio. Okay. So answer all the questions. You will hear the interview twice. Okay, as teacher recommend, first round answer, second round check. Okay, so now it's like having a pet. So this is just a sample text. Okay, the text will be longer than this. That's why teacher wrote a note here. Okay, let's look at the notes here. So it will be a summary text of the audio. Okay, and then you have to listen word to word. Okay, so that you can identify the correct or the missing word for the blank. And then another technique that teacher can tell that which can be helpful for you is underline the keywords before and after each blank. Okay, so teacher will put this as red color. Okay, it can help you identify the right word while listening. So now let's try and see. So this is like a sample text. Okay, the text will be longer. So generally pets are the best. So the before word is best, you underline it. Okay, sorry, you just underline while you're answering. Okay, you just underline best, and then you look at no after. So generally pets are the best. What maybe this, you might listen to this keyword in the audio, and then you can find out the missing word after this. Okay, my pet is my companion. I am very, okay, so very is a keyword. In giving my time. Okay, so this can also be a keyword. And what behind. So if you while you're hearing the audio, you know, words like very, very, you hear words like very, then maybe the following word is what is missing, or in giving my time. Okay, and then here it's like it's talking about place. Okay, it's talking about cleanliness. So these are all the before and after words to fill up the blank. Learned that pets have. So this is something talking about learned. Okay, that pets have feeding habits, you see. So learn something, and also about feeding habits. So maybe when you hear these underlined words in the audio, you can find the right word missing. And here also behavior. So that means there is a word here missing following with feeding habits, and then maybe there's another word missing here which talks about the behavior. Okay, so let's look at here. Check on my pets. So this can also be the words. Okay, that's why I say underline the key words, not just one word. It can be more than words. Okay, care. So this is like another keyword that can help you. Okay, this is another keyword. So it's about sick or something. And then I immediately take my pet to a vet. So this is like a keyword, vet. It's a long term. So the keyword here is long term. Maybe you listen to the audio and then you hear the word long term. You can find out the word after it. I love my pet and I hope can. So something about hope here. Okay, the best. Okay. So the keywords you have underlined. So when you listen to the audio, you can use these keywords to identify the right word. Okay, and you can fill in. So this is roughly discussing the SPM listening paper with some tips for you to help answering. So if you want materials, you can try out it from teacher's blog. Okay, thank you.